Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. How are you feeling? Can we talk about my new camera quality? I'm so excited. I've invested in myself. And I feel like the quality is so crisp. Like I can literally see everything about me, and I'm just so excited to graduate from my Canon G7X. Like that was my vlogging camera for so long. I'm going to transition it out. Maybe she'll just be used for mostly pictures because I do like her for pictures, but we're moving her out. And what do we think about this like new sweater I got? I got this at like a vintage market in Detroit, and I'm obsessed. So I hope that y'all like it. But as you see by the title below, today's video is, just 5 things I learned after turning 29. I'm in my last year of my 20s, which for me feels absolutely crazy because your girl still feel like she's 23. Okay, I be feeling like I'm 23 all the time. I don't know when 29 came about, but if you haven't already, I hope that you checked out my birthday vlogs. They were so fun. I did 2 things. So first, I went to Arizona with my childhood best friend, and we had a ball. Right, we went out. Okay, we went out, we hiked, we got a massage. Like it was such a good reset, I think, for both of us. And also just to spend time together because my best friend, she doesn't live in the same state as me. So it's just nice for us to like get together. And then when I came home, I did throw like a little bottomless brunch type of vibe at my house, which was also really nice for my Detroit friends and family. And it was the first time people actually came over to my apartment. So if you haven't checked out those vlogs, I feel like you should go check those out before you be trying to listen to these tips, sister. It should be somewhere up here on the cards. But yeah, check out those videos before we begin. But as I said, I turned 29. Crazy business, crazy work. I'm going to talk about 5 things that I've learned in my 29 years of life as I'm in my last year of my 20s. And hopefully somebody hears this and feels me. Your girl's out here trying. But my first thing that I've learned throughout my 20s is that the only constant is change. Change is the only thing that will remain the same. Early on in my 20s, I thought by 25, I was gonna be married, okay, living in a house, maybe a child. I have none of that. And it does not mean it's a bad thing. I just don't want that right now. Like at 20, when 25 hit, I was like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about because I need more time. And now I'm at 29, I'm like, my 30s is going to be for those things. I feel like your 20s was the time to just like really learn. So, I grew up thinking that things would be, oh, you know, like oftentimes in our lives that we are doing something similar because one, the proximity of our environment, the people around us, and when those things may be removed, change just naturally occurs because people are always evolving and changing. So I would suggest that if you don't like change, maybe you need to start learning and adjusting to like what change can look like for you. And change may be bad or it may be good, but regardless, it's a lesson that you need to learn anyway. So my second tip, as I go into 29, was take risk. Like you literally only have one life. I feel like in my 20s, I've lived so many different lives. It's crazy. Like, try that new job, move from your hometown, try that relationship. Regardless, if it's not something that's super harmful, not even super, excuse me, if it's not harmful to you at all, why not take that risk to try it? Like, what is the worst that you could learn? Which is yourself. You're just learning yourself. You're learning what you like. You're learning like who you want to become. What maybe this is not actually the job that I wanted to do and I thought I wanted to do since I was 2 years old, right? Maybe I didn't expect this person I would be attracted to, and now you're in a happy, long-standing relationship. Maybe, if I didn't move from my hometown, I wouldn't have known what it was like to live in this specific city. And now I enjoy it. Or guess what? Now I actually don't like it. And that's okay too. Like, it is the opportunity for you to take risks. So for my younger 20 girlies, even if you're high school going into like your 20s, like, take the risk. Like, you don't need to like do everything or get everything right in your 20s. Like, people keep saying your 20s is for mistakes, and truly it is. Your 20s feels like your teenage years just as an adult. So take that risk. I highly suggest it. At least for me, the risk I've taken is, I've traveled a lot in my 20s. Uh, and I really feel like I was the first in my family to really go overseas and, see more of the world, and just bop around from different states and lived in, because I tried new jobs and I wanted to see the area and see what it was like. And I don't regret it at all. Like, eventually one day maybe I'll settle down, maybe I won't, but like right now I feel like taking a risk was worth it. Like, I've had so many wonderful life experiences and so many friends that have come from those life experiences that are still in my life till this day. So take that risk, girl. Don't be scared. My third thing, and as I've entered into 29, and I've always been this way. I've always been a very social person. I'm a person who cares about people deeply. But, over my last year, I think 27, 28, I think I was really trying to figure out and determine what does community mean to me. Again, like I said earlier, a lot of our community is formed because we are in proximity with other people, right? We see them all the time. We're doing the same things. Like, for example, if you're in college, you all have the same goals. You're all trying to graduate. You're all taking the same classes. But once those things kind of dissipate, you're kind of left figuring out stuff on your own. So I'm just excited, I guess, to see how 29 is going to shake out. I've realized that community now more than ever is important to me. And I had to redefine what community means to me. And that meant for me to really reevaluate what am I looking for in community and what am I looking for in friendship. Whereas before, I think, like I said, you're in proximity with people that you kind of just fall into these friendships, fall into these things, versus, you know, I don't necessarily need that now, but like, if you're a part of my community now, this is what I need, or this is what I want, because I know this is what I can give. And also, I can't speak for everyone. I know that everyone's relationship with their family may or may not be the greatest, right? With mine, it's always been an ebb and flow, but also relying on family to support you, and also be open to hearing how they feel or what advice they may have. You may not have to take it immediately right away, but there could be some values and gems there that you could pick up, that you can kind of create your own with. So, highly suggest, if you have community, that's great. If you're struggling with community, sister, I'm telling you, like, it's going to get better eventually. It may not be that way for this year or even next year, but eventually, you're going to get in a space that the community you're seeking will come to you. Just keep pushing out the positive vibes. Also cutting up the people who toxic and who just around you to be leeches. So do that. Do that. My fourth, which tip coming into 2020, not 2020, excuse me. My fourth like thing I've learned in coming into 29 is patience. I personally am not a patient woman. I am not a patient person. I am very much the person that, like, if you could give me a book on my life today, what it say? What y'all doing? How you feeling? What's it talking about? I need to know. Like, literally, literally right now. Like, I am not a patient person. I'm a very like feisty, fiery person, and I love that about me at times. Okay? But sometimes my patience could lead me my impatience, excuse me, could lead me into a negative space or just negativity in general. So I'm also trying to just be patient with myself, learn that, whatever mistakes that we made in our past are mistakes that were there for us to learn from and also for us to grow. I feel like I've hold so much on to my past or my past experiences or how I should be. And it's always debilitated me. And now I'm learning to just be more gentle and patient with myself as well as be more patient with others. Okay. Like, we are all experiencing life for the first time. We are all growing. So just the people around me, finding the grace and space to be patient with them. Unless it, again, it's something that's harming you, then ain't no patience needed. Cut off. But I think taking our time to just learn, accept, and be gentler with ourselves, I'm finally like getting a hang of. So we're gonna keep working on that. I'm not saying I'm great at it at all. I be in therapy, like I don't have patience. Why am I still mad from a situation from 2022? Like, I don't need to be, but we're working on it. We're being patient with self, with others around us, you know. And my last thing coming into 2025 is trusting your faith. A big thing for me is having faith over fear, especially this year. Just some trajectory. Like, I don't really consider myself a super religious person. I grew up in the church. Um, and I feel like I fell off, with like lots of people, maybe with God, when I was experiencing a lot of negativity and heartache within my life. And that's not heartache just romantically, but just overall. And I think as I welcome in 29, I've kind of been developing my own experience or relationship with God, or with the higher power of the universe, whatever works for you. But it's something that I've been really valuing. And I feel like because I've been valuing a lot more, I have seen a lot more positivity in my life. I've seen more people who are meant to be in my space and circle to provide wisdom come in my life, that I'd never expected, whether it be new friends or old. But just trusting in my faith a little bit more as I go into 29 and onward, I would say, because I've let fear hold me back so long, and it's only gotten worse, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's only gotten worse with me letting fear hold me back. So I've just been trusting in my faith more, praying a lot more, watching sermons online. I'm obsessed with Sarah Jake Roberts, like obsessed. Like, I watch her every Sunday in my household, and she just really moves me and breaks down just, I think, spirituality in general so much easier for me, and how to have that relationship with God. So that's something that I am trying to develop and hopefully utilize my platform a little bit more to talk about my experience with God and what that means for me and how things have shifted and changed in my life because of it. For example, in 2024, yeah, in 2024, I live in a different state. Like I've said in previous videos, very isolated. Just didn't feel like myself. A lot of depression and anxiety. And in early 2024, no, in 2023, I felt that way. Early 2024, yes, I said to myself, God, like, I'm just not happy. If this is where you want me to be, you would create space and opportunity for me to continue here. Or at the time, the only option I was thinking about was going home, which for me never has ever been an option for me. I never wanted to come home. You could literally ask all of my family. And now I'm back home, and that was it. That was never in the plans. But I told God, like, I'm just feeling this urge of possibly going home, and I didn't want to feel like a failure for going home. Um, but I said, you also know me, where I need stability, and like, if I'm gonna apply for places back home, and we'll see what happens. I'll also apply to places where I was living and see what happens. I had one interview from back home, and that was an interview that has made me move back home. And since moving back home, it has been a great experience for me. My nervous system has been so regulated. I've had time to spend with friends that like I've been friends with since high school. And they've always been in my corner, right? But like really spending time with them as we grow and develop and become these adults, like has been just transformative. Connecting with my, my family has been nice since I moved back. Me having more space where I live now, I have a lot more space than what I did previously. I am in a healthy relationship. I have a partner who is very healthy, and truly, I don't think ever really makes me question, like, does he want to be here, or like if he loves me. And like I don't think I've had that at all in the past. And if I stayed just somewhere because it looked cool to stay, who knew where that would have left me, right? So I'm just thankful. Like I ended 2024 actually more thankful. Of course, it had its hardships and challenges, for just more thankful that the relationship I had with God has developed and grown, and continuously having that faith, hopefully over my fear. Not hopefully, I will do it, but having my faith over fear is something that I'm excited to see. So I hope that you all love this video of the 5 things I've learned since turning 29. Like I said, check out the last birthday vlogs to really celebrate with me. But I love y'all down. I hope that you found some value and love within this message, because, girl, we all trying to figure it out. But I will talk to y'all soon. Give it a like, a comment, or a subscribe. I would prefer you subscribe. And I would prefer you like. And I actually would prefer that you share with everyone that this video is up. But hopefully that you like this video. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, bye.